everyone, it's Lori with Farmhouse Stencil Shop. I'm going to be making some t-shirts tonight. If you're catching this part of the video, you are probably catching the replay, so just hashtag replay when you come on. Let me know where you're watching from. I really appreciate you taking time to watch my video. Let me just refresh my page here so I can find myself and enlarge it. Once you hop on, just let me know that you're here. Say hello. Let me turn down this volume. Oops. Hey Kim, how are you tonight? How are you feeling? Are you feeling any better? All right, so what I'm gonna do is make t-shirts tonight. I need a couple more t-shirts for myself, so I thought I would design some stencils, and I have a couple of older t-shirts. Oh, here Honeybee wants to say hello. Her needs a shave too. This is my Chorky Honeybee. What are you doing? Gotta sit in your chair. You gotta stay in your chair. Okay, so I have a couple of t-shirts and I'm just going to stencil on them tonight. These are ones I already had. They are just, I believe this is the Walmart brand t-shirts. This is a v-neck. Actually, they're both v-neck t-shirts. This one is just a light heather gray. So, horrible. Oh, you see the spine surgeon on Tuesday. Oh, I'm so sorry. That does not sound fun. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this piece of cardboard inside the t-shirt so my paint does not seep through it. And since I'm just doing these for myself, I don't really care if they're perfect, but what I'm going off of to center it up is the fact that it's a v-neck shirt, so I'm going to use the v-neck as the center spot. Hey Joan, how are you? Thanks for coming on tonight. Yep, this is my cute pup. I was surprised that she jumped over. I don't know, she doesn't want to sit in the chair. She wanted to come down here with me, and now she doesn't want to stay in the chair. Okay. So I'm going to use that as my center point, and then I'm just going to use, the stencil I'm using is a 10 by 8, and I'm just going to position it. I kind of know, or I checked where the center spot of my stencil was. Moni, hello. Did I say it right this time? Thank you for coming back on. And thank you to everyone who watched me this morning. I really appreciated that. So this is, I see that the center of my stencil is approximately in between these two letters. So I'm going to move it over just slightly, a little bit here. Okay. I'm going to tape it down. This is the way I did these the last time. You have 4 fur kids. Aw, we have 3. We have 3, but one is getting old. Our oldest dog is, I think she's around 14 now. Okay, so I've got it taped down, and yes, you can use the painter's tape on the t-shirts. I'm going to use this fabric paint. It is by Plaid. Actually, this came from Hobby Lobby's, and this is just the black shade, and it says it's soft fabric ink. So that's what I'm using. There we go. You can see that okay. And you have 13 kitties. Oh, my grandpa's cat just had kittens, and it had 9 kittens, and unfortunately one died, and we are trying to find homes for some of them. There's a lot of kittens at my grandpa's house right now. So I'm going to stencil like normal just on this t-shirt. No fur babies here. Hey Tina, it's too hard to lose them. Yes, I understand that. I understand that. We had a Chihuahua that we had, and she almost made it to 18. And it was really sad when she finally went, but she was so old by that time, we were expecting her to go ahead and pass. So I'm just going to dab it in my paint like I normally do. Excuse me. Let me get some water. And then I'm going to dab it off on my napkin. I don't have much room because the t-shirt takes up all my space. Let me put my napkin over here. You're not going to be able to see it well. I am going to try to keep this video within like an hour. I don't want to go over an hour. I have somebody coming to visit this evening. So I'm going to try to not go over an hour. And I have 2 t-shirts that I wanted to get done. So we'll just see how it goes. Only 2 females out of all those kittens. Hey, Deborah, how are you? Thanks for coming on and thank you for sprinkling. That's very sweet. And hi, Tammy from Oklahoma. And there is Kim McKinney. Hello. Oh, Kim, I was wearing my earrings this morning, the stars that I got from you. And they're really cute. I had some iridescent stars and I got those from Kim. She sells paparazzi jewelry and she just always orders the cutest stuff. So I ordered from her a couple of times. I love little dangly earrings and stuff. So thanks for coming on, Kim. I appreciate you. I don't have any of the jewelry on this evening, but I did wear my stars this morning. Yes, I am offloading paint for sure. You definitely want to offload because you will get bleeds if you do not offload. And I'm a little bit worried about bleeds on this t-shirt, honestly, because I can't do much to fix them, but I'm offloading to prevent that from happening. You definitely want to offload. Absolutely, Kim. I really like all the cute jewelry you have, so absolutely, my friend. And there's my friend Carolyn from our Sabbath group. Hello, Carolyn. How are you doing tonight? Miss seeing you guys. But I think this works pretty well if you want to make your own t-shirts. It worked really good before, and I think this is going to work okay. But I had some used t-shirts, so if I mess something up, I'm not really out anything. Okay, let me continue on here. So I saw this lady's post yesterday, and I believe that I got to shout her out because I got this idea from her. She shared a post introducing herself on her page or something, and I believe the page was Mandy Mellon is the name of her page. But she had a shirt on that said never enough plants. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need that. Except I need it to say never enough chickens. So that's what I'm making for myself tonight. And of course I will have the stencil available too. But I was like, I need that shirt. That is great. But I want it to say chickens because I can never have enough chickens. So that's what I'm making here. Do you wash and dry t-shirts before you stencil on them? I probably would. This is already, because it's one of my used t-shirts that I already had. So of course it is washed and dried. I would probably do that, yes, just in case it shrinks a little bit. But I had used a stencil, I don't know how long ago it was. I did it right here on one of these lives, and it really turned out well. And both of those t-shirts that I stenciled on that night have held up really good. I still have them. I still wear them. The paint has not flaked off or come out or even faded. So I'm really happy with it. And this was just the little bottle from Hobby Lobby, the Fabric Creations. That's what I'm using. Now, what I did, oh, you collect chickens as well, Monty. Absolutely. I collect chickens. In fact, I just hatched out 12 in an incubator for the first time, and I had 100% hatch rate. I was so excited. Every single one of my eggs hatched out, and including 2 little silkies that I hatched. I was just thrilled. Yes, you do need to wash the t-shirts first to remove the sizing. Sounds good. Yes, I would do that. Hey, Maureen, how are you? I missed everybody because I did take a week off. Oh, and next week, I'm not going to be live next Sunday evening either because we are taking a little road trip. But I did go live twice today, and if I get enough time, I'll try to go live one more time before I go on our little trip. Yes, silkies are so sweet. I love them. And we have one right now that is broody, and so she's sitting on eggs, and she's been sitting on eggs for days. And I don't know how long. She hasn't hatched anything yet, so I don't know. I'm afraid that her underside, like her belly, will start getting raw if she sits on them too long. But nothing's hatched yet. I'm going to probably give her a few more days and then make her get off those eggs. So I do want to go over this a couple of times because I am stenciling on the t-shirt. I want it to be dark enough and I want it to look good. So I'm definitely going to keep going over it until I'm satisfied. And I think the t-shirt that I used last time was like, it was a good quality, like it was a thicker, kind of like a I think it was Fruit of the Loom. And it was a thicker used t-shirt and it had already been pre-shrunk and everything. And that one worked really well. This is just a Walmart t-shirt. And I'm not saying it's not good quality. It seems to be fine quality. But when I'm kind of testing it out, I don't know. You know, I don't know how it's going to hold up. I don't know how the paint is going to stick to it or anything. So it's just kind of a trial thing here. If you make that stencil, I will buy it. I need it. That's why I will have it available. Yes, absolutely. I try to only share the ones that I'm going to be posting. So everything that I make is usually something that I can share with others. So this one will be available. Yes, for sure. So did anyone catch any of the event that they are doing today for Becky at Bottle Creek Napkins? I tried to watch some earlier while I was working in my office, so I actually caught 3 or 4 different crafters, and it was really nice. It was really nice. I think they're doing it for like 4 days. Okay, so I am going over and over, but that's because it looks like it's kind of, I don't know if you can see the letters. I really need to go over this some more and this. So I want it to be dark. So I'm going to keep going over it a little bit. What happens if a brooding chicken's eggs don't hatch within a few days? Well, the chicken eggs they usually only take about, I think only about 20 some days. So, I mean, it takes them a little while to sit on them, but sometimes they don't hatch anything. And the Silky actually snatched some eggs from other chickens. She's sitting on all kinds of chicken eggs, not just her own eggs. In fact, I don't even think she has any Silky eggs that she's sitting on. She's trying to hatch out some other chicken eggs. So, but she's been sitting on them a while. I'm going to give her a few more days. I know in the incubator, it only took me 20 days to hatch out the 12 chicks. I don't know. I would think it would probably take longer, maybe a few days longer, because the incubator keeps the eggs at like 100 degrees, you know, and when a chicken is sitting on the eggs, you know, they don't roll them around as much and everything, and 28 days. Is that how long it takes? That sounds about right. So she's been sitting on them eggs for a while though. Man, I am sorry guys. I always start coughing. Vicky, you're late. Oh no, you have a severe storm, power outage. I'm glad that you could catch me too. I tell you what, we had a bad storm. Oh goodness. Last week. I think it was last week. No. Yeah. The week before last, sorry. And when all those bad storms came through Missouri, oh my goodness. We had friends visiting from Michigan and they were in our driveway in their RV and I was just about ready to, I was just going nuts. I was up in the middle of the night. The wind was blowing sideways and they were fine. I messaged her and I was like, "Are you guys okay out there?" You know, when you're going places and you take your RV, you're more comfortable. We have guest bedrooms and I'd offered the guest bedrooms to them, but you know, Ian and I, when we travel, if we were in our own RV, we would want to stay in the RV too. So they brought their RV and they were visiting and staying out there, but I was just so worried about them. And she was like, "No, we're all snug as a bug in a rug." They were completely fine, not scared, nothing. So Becky doesn't know anything about chickens. I don't know much about chickens. I'm still learning. I've only had chickens for a couple of years now. Okay, so I think I've got this dark enough. If it's not perfect, it's still just for me anyway, so I don't make t-shirts to sell. But I found it was easy if I wanted a t-shirt that says something, I can just make one for myself. And I also do custom orders, you know, if you want to make a t-shirt. I made some stencils for my sister, and she wanted one that said, "I don't know, I just work here." So I made her that stencil for a t-shirt. So yeah, if you think of something you want. Okay, I'm going to pull this off. Kim doesn't know anything about chickens either, or much about chickens. You had severe storms here in West Virginia, lots of flooding. That's so terrible. We were in Missouri during those storms. It was nasty. Yep, it was really bad. Hey, Mother, glad you could jump on. That's my mom. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to cross the bridges. It kind of looks lopsided on my screen. Pull it up a little bit better. It shouldn't be lopsided on the shirt, guys. That's driving me crazy because I can't get it straight on the... Okay, let me turn it around. Oh, never enough chickens. See it? I think that's really cute. So I'm going to do the bridges, though, because I don't want to leave my bridges uncrossed. And actually, I have my little iron plugged in. If it dries enough, I'll try to set it, like set the paint. Because what I did before was after it was dry, then I put parchment paper over it, and then I ironed it a little bit, and that kind of helps the paint to set in. That's what I did last time. That's what I read that you do. So that's what I did. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, man. I'm going to cross these bridges like I would on a normal stencil. On a sign, that is. I kind of got to do like a dabbing, more of like a little dabbing motion. That's working better. The bridges are these little pieces in the stencil here, like that hold in the centers of the letters. See, like this is the letter E. And see how there's like the little plastic pieces that hold in the middle of the letter? Well, when you pull it off, it leaves that bridge. So I like to go back and fill those in. And some people leave them. I don't like to leave them. It's just a personal preference. So I just go back and kind of fill that in with some paint. how's everyone doing tonight? You see what it is now? Yep. So horror story. This is pretty bad. I was making deviled eggs tonight for dinner. And speaking of chickens and all that, I got my eggs boiled, and I had like one that was kind of like a bigger egg, and it was a little strange, but it was bigger. And I peeled them, and then I went to slice it open. Guys, it was twins. It was like two yolks. Okay, so if you're an expert on chickens, anybody, do you know if that means that that egg was going to be twins, or does that just mean that the two yolks would have fed one bird? Does two yolks turn into two birds, or do the yolks just feed the chickens? Anybody know? What kind of paint did I use today? Do you mean on this project or my project earlier? For this project, I'm using this. Fabric Creations. I don't know if you can see it very well. It's by Plaid. I got it at Hobby Lobby. Okay, so I just answered that question about the paint. I got it at Hobby Lobby. It is, I don't know if it's acrylic. It just says soft fabric ink. It's the black shade. I really don't know. But you know what? I didn't shake it well. It says shake well, and I did not shake well. I have the white paint, and I'll have to shake that one. But it seems to have done okay, even though I didn't shake it. I need to hurry up and finish these bridges. Yep, fabric paint. Two chickens. Is that what that means? Man, next time I get a big egg like that, I am not going to cook it. I am going to stick it in an incubator and see if I can hatch out two chicks. When I opened that egg, I was just like, oh, what is this? It was not fun. No, it just had a double yolk. If it hatched, it will be one. Okay. See, I'm believing you because you knew how long chickens sit on eggs. So my mother was the one saying, so sorry, mother, I'm going with Monty here. She says that it means one. Because I was thinking that the yolks were basically nutrition for the chick while it was incubating. I don't know. Because at the end, when the chick hatches out, there's no yolk in there. So, like, where does the yolk go? Does it feed the chick? I don't know. That's kind of what I was thinking. This one has quite a bit of bridges. So I shared a picture of the building we are starting. And I just got a little bit of a mess up there. So if you look on my page, we got the foundation poured for our building, and I'm going to call it Farmhouse and Friendships. Ian actually picked that name, and I thought it was cute. So I was like, I like that. I'm going to go with that. So that's what I'm going to call it, Farmhouse and Friendships. And then I also have a farm stand that I'm going to be trying to get going later this spring after I get my garden going and everything. And I'm going to call it Friendship Farm Stand. Thanks to Ian for his cute little ideas. I raised a lot of chicks when all the kids were home. So you know lots about chickens then, don't you? I know who to ask questions. I know who to message and ask questions then when I have chicken questions. Thank you guys. You saw the picture of the foundation? I think I'm just excited. The foundation looks so nice, and we had our friends here visiting, and they really helped us a lot with that big project while they were here, and it was really sweet of them. We are so blessed and thankful. All right, I'm almost done with this one, and then I'll move on to the next one. And the next shirt is not as cute as this one, just because I love my chickens. But you guys might think it's cute anyways. I shouldn't say that. It's not as cute, but it's still cute. Thank you, guys. I'm really excited about it. Okay, so I finished the bridges. Let me take this out because I'm going to need it for the next one. I just have this little piece of thin cardboard. Go. Never enough chickens. Perfect. So you guys might see me wearing this on some of my lives and it still looks like it's crooked, but it shouldn't be. But anyways, I think I got it on straight. Hey, you know what? If I stenciled it on crooked, I tried to straighten it up. I can't tell right now. I probably can't tell till I actually put it on. But if it's crooked, it's still my crooked shirt. But anyways, I think that's really cute. What do you guys think? If you like it, give me a thumbs up or give me a heart. Let me know that you like it. Really helps me out. Okay, so I'm going to put this one to the side, and I'm going to do the other one. I have about a half hour. So what are you doing, honeybee? Honeybee's going to sit on my lap, I guess. Okay, so this, you're going to have to move, honeybee. I can't stencil with you there. So this one is just the same kind of t-shirt. It's a Walmart t-shirt again. And it's navy blue. It's a V-neck, and I'm going to use the white fabric paint. This time I will shake it up because I didn't shake it last time. You guys click the like button. Actually, click the like button or give me a heart on that button. That would be great. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to have to move her because she's like right in my way. You sit over here. You sit right over here, baby. I'm going to put this back in. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Mother. That's my mother telling me it's crooked. I can't tell if it's crooked. Not till I put it on. So I'm going to do this one the same way, and if it ends up crooked, then I have a problem. Okay. So I got my cardboard in there. I don't think that I put the other one on crooked, but we will just see. Yes, these shirts have been washed already. These are just some used shirts that I had. So I would be okay with stenciling on a new shirt, but I'm just making them for myself, and I was just using some that I already have. But I would definitely recommend washing your shirt first. I think I won't be able to tell if I put it on crooked or not till I actually try it on. But I think my mom is just picking on me. So, okay. So this one is going to say Faith, Family, and Farm. And I don't know if you can see it because it's clear, but you'll be able to see it in a few. So I'm going to still use this as my center because it's a V-neck. So I'm going to use that as the center point. I'm going to find the center of my stencil. This one is still a 10 by 8. So the center of my stencil is, let's look in the face here, pretty much in the very center of that eye. I'm going to move that around just a little bit. I think it'll be good right there. All right, so if it's a little crooked, it's just me. I probably have a crooked eye or something. So I'm going to put my painter's tape back on my t-shirt here, and it does hold the stencil down just fine. I'm going to shake this up a bit. I'm using the white paint. This is still the stuff from Hobby Lobby. Oh, this one has the little price tag. It says $2.49 on it. So it's not very expensive. It's Fabric Ink is what it is. By Fabric Creations. Plaid is the brand. Hey Lisa, how are you tonight? Thanks for coming on. It's kind of hard to shake these little bottles, so I'm just going to go with it. I've already used it before, so it is open. I'm going to put a little bit of white in my tray here. Okay. I do have my paper towel over here. I know this takes up most of the space. I'm going to dab it into my paint. Kind of thick. The paint is pretty thick. And then I'm going to dab it off on my paper towel. You still want to offload just like you're stenciling on a sign. Oh yeah, this is going to take a couple coats as well. It's not going on very thick. But I don't want to offload too much. Or I don't want to not offload, that's what I mean. Because I'll get bleeds or something. But okay, I'm putting it on a little bit thicker. So if I end up getting bleeds, I'm doing it to myself. But on a sign, you definitely want to offload, offload, offload. Hold on a minute. End up getting white paint somewhere where I don't want white paint. Let me check something real quick. Okay, no, it's not bleeding, but I just feel like that I'm putting too much paint on it at once. I feel like I might get bleeds if I keep doing that. Thank you for the hearts, whoever is giving me hearts. Appreciate you. So, my grandfather lives across the road from me, and I was talking to him today. He's 90, by the way. Bless his heart. He said that he was going to tell me something that was going to scare me, and I was like, okay, let me hear it. And he said he saw a bear up the road from our house. So I don't know. I've heard that people have like sighted like the black bears around here. So it's possible. But I was like, that doesn't really scare me. But I do care about my birds and my little animals and stuff. So I definitely don't want a bear walking around. But I think they're protected anyway, so it's not like I could do much if a bear came around. Hopefully it'll stay away, right? What is the standard size for a stencil when making shirts? Well, actually, when I made this one, I took my shirt to my office and I kind of took some other graphic t-shirts that I have and I kind of compared, and I found that the 10 by 8 size is a pretty decent size. But I think that I did some before that were on an 8 by 8 stencil and that worked out good too. You don't want it too big. So I think that this size is a really decent size. I think that this is a good size. And of course, it probably depends on your t-shirt size. These are, I think this one was an extra large, like a women's extra large. Yeah. And this one I think was a large. This one was a large. So it would probably work out decent for a size medium too. Maybe even a small. I think it would still work on a small. You're very welcome. And hello, by the way. Thanks for coming on, Sandy. Appreciate you. I think it's easier to stencil with the black paint, but they're honestly doing about the same thing because I had to keep going over and over. I had to do like 3 coats on the black. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to go over this a couple more times to get it the shade that I want. I mean, of course, you could leave it just one shade. Let me peel it off and show you. Like 1 coat is what I mean, not 1 shade. See, it's just not dark enough yet. To me, it's not dark enough. If you want to do something that looks like that, it would probably work out, but I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more paint. Darken it up a bit. Line that back up. You've been watching, and I really enjoy your work. Well, thank you. Thank you, Sandy. That makes me feel good. You're making my day. I have always loved crafting. Just something I've always liked doing since I was young, even. More paint. Sorry about that. I might have to put her out of here. Honeybee! Honeybee, stop! They're literally barking at nothing. Nothing at all. Honeybee. You didn't know I was going live. I'm usually going live on Sundays at 6:30. And if you want notifications, you can just tap your screen, and there's 3 little dots on your screen. You can click that, and then you can turn on notifications. It'll bring up like a whole menu of stuff. And if you're not following my page, you can also follow my page right there. Her bark is so cute. She is. Her bark is cute, but definitely is annoying. Definitely can be annoying when they bark at nothing. And then my other dog is upstairs barking, and so this one wants to join in with the barking. So hopefully they'll stop. Sorry, guys. I wish I could drown out the barking. I think that she hears me talking. Maybe that's what it is. I think she's upstairs, and I think she can hear me talking. And unfortunately, Ian is outside. Today has been so pretty. Like 85 degrees here today. And so Ian was taking advantage of being able to get on our tractor and doing stuff outside. So he's out there. So he's not anywhere in here to be able to quiet that barking dog. So I apologize. This is really seems to be soaking in quite a bit. So I'm just going to have to just keep going over it a few times till it looks like it's dark enough. Otherwise it won't look good. Morty! Stop! She's tiny. She's 5 pounds, and her bark is so loud. It's ridiculous. I know, Deborah. I hope you got outside today. It was so pretty here. 85 degrees. Ian got a farmer's tan. He was showing me over dinner. I was like, yep. It was so nice, though. Hope the bear stays away. Yes, I hope the bear stays away, too. I don't need any bears. We already deal with the raccoons and the possums and the bobcats and all of that. I don't want to add any bears. Morty! She can hear me. She can hear me. She knows. She's just being a bad dog. It's like this fabric is just soaking up the paint. So this might not be the best t-shirt to use, you know? These are just Walmart t-shirts. Walmart ladies t-shirts. It's like every time I add paint, it just soaks in, or it looks like it's soaking in. Okay. So I do have a friend coming by at around 7:30, so I am going to have to try to wrap it up. I'm going to keep adding a little bit here. I don't have too many bridges to do on this one, but I might have to just stop it anyways, or I might have to just come back later when it's dry and add another coat. Let me see. I don't think it's as dark as what I want it to be. It's getting there. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more because it is looking a little bit better. You add some to this A. And I need to add some to this I up here. And the T. So this was a fun day, doing 2 lives in one day. I don't usually do that. I just got up this morning and I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get ready and I'm going to go live. And it was nice. It was nice. It got me motivated to start my day off right. All right, so I'm about done. I think I'm just going to quit and just do the bridges and just deal with it the way it is. Okay, so I would probably add another coat with the white, or even just wait, let it dry, and then go back and add more. I'm not going to use the iron tonight because I don't have enough time, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that it's good and dry, and then I'm going to go back and set it with the iron. Excuse me. I just leave the paper, the cardboard in the middle, and then what I do is I just cover it with parchment paper and then just iron right over it. I'm going to go ahead and paint these bridges really quick. Let me see. I don't have too many on this. So, oh, hey, Rebecca. Rebecca, you missed it. You got to see this shirt that I did, Rebecca. Rebecca's my sister-in-law. Look at that. I'm excited about that one. She has so many chickens, too. She has more chickens, a lot more chickens than I do. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Art Envy. Okay. Hello, my friend. Can you please tell me what your name is? Please help me to know your name. I try to learn everybody's names. This might be the first time that I've seen you on my live, so I just wanted to say hello and thank you for coming on. Need a little bit of paint here. Rebecca, you just got more chickens. Excuse me. Never enough chickens. Thank you, Sandy. Thanks for catching both lives today. And you got ducks too, Rebecca? Sounds exciting. Is there a certain setting you use on the iron? No. I just turn it on. I just use a hot iron. I think I just have it. Let's see. I can't even tell what it's on. High? It's just on a high setting. So I just want it to be hot enough to set the paint in there, which I'm not going to do that tonight. I'll probably wait until tomorrow. And then what I did last time that I made t-shirts is I, after I set them and waited about 24 hours, then I washed them. So I'm going to have to end this video as soon as I am done with the bridges. But I really appreciate you guys. Hey, Can you quit barking? This has been crazy with them barking. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I'm not usually in the house without Ian, and he would have definitely shut the dogs up by now. So this has just been crazy. My sister-in-law goes to doctor's appointments and goes home with more chickens. That sounds like my sister-in-law. For sure. She has so many birds. I've never seen somebody with so many birds before. She has like an entire zoo of birds. It's like the most funny thing. Just watching them bird. And like her birds, I can just like walk out there and pick a bird up and pet it. My birds are like, don't pick me up. I have to chase my birds around to catch them. Rebecca's got so many birds, I can just pick one up and pet it. Because there's so many. Like, just pick a bird, any bird. My chickens don't like to be petted. Okay. Did I get all the bridges? Oh, I have one more bridge, one more bridge, one more bridge. I kind of messed up this H a little bit. That's because me moving the stencil around. But it's okay. It doesn't look too bad. All right. Here we go. Like I said, I will set it with the iron. I'm going to let it dry first, and then I'll set it with the iron. And then I will flip them inside out and wash them. Here we go. Faith Family Farm. What do you guys think? Thank you guys for the hearts. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys for coming on tonight. And all of you that caught me earlier, I appreciate you as well. And it's just been fun today. I might do some more lives in the mornings. That was kind of refreshing to get up and just say hello in the mornings. And I wasn't even done with my coffee yet this morning, so that was quite fun. So that's it for this evening, and a couple of things I wanted to mention. I won't be taking custom orders after Tuesday. So Monday and Tuesday of this week, I will still be taking custom orders. Wednesday, I won't be because we're getting ready to go out of town for a few days. So I do have to stop those because they take me a little bit longer than the regular stencil orders. My shop will be open for regular orders during that time because my sister is going to step in and cut orders for me while I'm gone. So I won't be going live next Sunday evening. But maybe sometime during this week, maybe I'll be able to come on live one more time. I'll try. We'll see how it goes. And if I do, then I'll just kind of give you a heads up. But thank you guys. Thanks for coming on tonight and sharing your evening with me. I really, really appreciate you. Yes, Maureen, I love the font on that one too. So these stencils will be available soon too. Hopefully by tomorrow. I might be able to get them uploaded by tomorrow. So enjoy your night. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you. Have a good night, everyone.